At the bar, a homeless girl came up to me and asked, "Can you put that drink down and call an ambulance?" She looked maybe 19 with matted brown hair and clothes that had seen better days. I set down my beer thinking someone really needed help. Because that's what you do when someone asks for an ambulance. You help. Or at least that's what I thought. She pulled me toward the exit, talking fast about her friend overdosing. Said they were in an abandoned building around the corner. My drunk brain wasn't firing on all cylinders, but I knew enough to start dialing 911 as we walked. The operator asked for our location, but the girl kept pulling me forward saying we needed to hurry. Led me down an alley between two warehouses. I should have felt uneasy, but all I could think about was someone dying while I wasted time being paranoid. The building she stopped at looked like it had been empty for years. Boards covered most of the windows and graffiti tagged every surface. She pushed through a gap in the plywood covering what used to be a loading dock. I followed, still trying to give the 911 operator our location, but the signal was getting weak. Inside smelled like mold and piss. Our footsteps echoed in the darkness until she pulled out a small flashlight. The beam showed debris everywhere. Old furniture, trash, needles. Exactly the kind of place someone might overdose. "Up here. We need to go up the stairs." She pointed the light at a staircase that looked ready to collapse. That's when my brain finally kicked in properly. We were alone in an abandoned building. No sounds of anyone in distress. No friend calling for help. Just me following a stranger into increasingly dangerous territory. Every true crime podcast I'd ever listened to started exactly like this. I stopped at the bottom of the stairs. Told her I'd wait here for the paramedics to arrive. Give them directions when they showed up. But she grabbed my wrist again with those surprisingly strong fingers. Said her friend was too heavy for her to carry down alone. Said he was turning blue. The 911 operator was asking questions, but the call kept cutting out. 1 bar of signal. Then none. I looked at the girl's face in the flashlight beam, trying to decide if she was lying. I took 1 step up the stairs, telling myself I'd just look. Just confirm someone actually needed help, then get out. At the top was a long hallway with doors on either side. Most were missing or hanging off their hinges. She directed me to one at the far end. Every instinct screamed this was wrong, but what if someone really was dying while I hesitated? The room she indicated was darker than the rest. I stepped inside, straining to see or hear any sign of a person in distress. That's when I felt the sharp pain in my upper arm. Like a bee sting, but worse. I spun around to see the girl pulling a syringe away from me. "What did you—" The words came out slurred already. My legs went rubbery. The phone slipped from my hand and clattered on the floor. She watched me with those same wide eyes, but the panic was gone. Replaced by something cold and calculating. I tried to grab her, but my arms wouldn't work right. The last thing I remembered was hitting the ground hard. The taste of dirt and rust in my mouth. Her going through my pockets with practiced efficiency. Then nothing. I woke up to sunlight stabbing through my eyelids. My head felt like someone had used it for batting practice. Every muscle ached and my mouth tasted like death. It took a minute to realize I was naked. Completely naked on a filthy mattress